The Lakers play better, but they don't have an answer for the Minnesota Timberwolves' depth or their athleticism.
You know, that they had their 1 through 5 switching group in. So just in terms of like the 2 on the basketball, the blitzes, the 4 on 3s, just not there.
We got to do a better job of controlling the controllables, and I don't think we did a good enough job.
One night they looked broken, the next unstoppable. The Lakers just flipped the series, but was it real growth or just a perfect storm in Game 2? Let's break down what really happened. Let's talk about Game 1 because it was a total breakdown for the Lakers. Defensively, they just didn't show up. Minnesota was shooting lights out, 50% from the field, 50% from deep, and it wasn't luck. The Lakers were late on closeouts, slow on rotations, and just couldn't contain anything. On offense, it was the Luka show, and only the Luka show. The ball stopped moving, and everything felt forced, like there was no plan. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves were hustling for every board, diving for loose balls, pushing the pace. They flat out wanted it more. And when the Lakers starters sat, crickets. The bench brought zero spark, and momentum disappeared the second rotations changed. It didn't look like a playoff team. It looked like a group trying to figure things out on the fly. Now here's what most people missed in Game 1. The Timberwolves didn't try to shut Luka down. They let him cook. He dropped 37, sure, but that was part of the plan. They didn't double. They didn't panic. They just cut off everyone else. No passing lanes, no rhythm for the other guys. They baited Luka into going full ISO mode, and while he was working overtime to get buckets, the rest of the team was standing still. By the time the fourth quarter hit, he was gassed, and the Lakers had nothing left in the tank. It was smart, surgical defense, and it worked like a trap. Minnesota didn't need to stop Luka. They just made sure he had to beat them alone. After the blowout in Game 1, all eyes were on LeBron. And as always, he didn't panic. He said, "We have to play a much better game than we did today. As I said, we have control, and if we do that, we'll have a much better chance of winning."
Well, obviously, we got to do a better job of controlling the controllables, and I don't think we did a good enough job after the first quarter. Once they blitzed us in that second quarter, 38-20. But giving up 21 threes.
After Game 1, even the coaching staff couldn't hide it. J.J. Redick straight up called out his own team, saying they needed to play harder and be more organized. That's not just a tactical comment, that's a mindset check. And the analysts didn't hold back either. Guys like Brian Windhorst and Kendrick Perkins said what we were all thinking. The Lakers looked flat, slow, and mentally not there. No fire, no urgency. It felt like a regular season game, not a playoff opener.
That was a total team loss all across the board, not just the players, but on J.J. Redick as well.
The energy was off and everyone saw it. And when your coach and national analysts are all saying the same thing, that's a wake-up call. Game 2, total flip of the script. The Lakers came out swinging with a 34-15 first quarter, and from that moment, they never looked back. They didn't just play better. They set the tone early and made it clear this wasn't going to be a repeat of Game 1. Defensively, it was a masterclass. They held the Wolves to just 38% shooting and a brutal 5 of 25 from deep, which is wild considering Minnesota had lit them up from 3 just a game ago.
Bodying McDaniel. In the regular season series, 3 of the 4 games were decided.
Offensively, you could feel the difference. Luka still led with 31, but this time LeBron chipped in 21, Reeves added 16, and the ball actually moved. No more standing around, just clean, unselfish basketball. And the physicality way up. They were diving for loose balls, fighting on the glass, matching the Timberwolves' energy blow for blow. Even the bench came alive. Hachimura, Vincent, Vanderbilt, all stepping in with crucial minutes. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Now let's talk about the guys who really showed up in Game 2, starting with Luka Dončić. He didn't just score, he controlled the game. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and the biggest difference, he played smarter, not harder. He trusted his teammates, picked his spots, and never let the game speed him up. Then there's LeBron. He didn't need to be flashy. He was the anchor. He slowed the game down when it got wild, hit big shots when they needed momentum, and just brought that steady, veteran presence that holds a team together. And Austin Reeves, give that man his credit. Every time the Timberwolves tried to trap Luka, Reeves made them pay. He attacked the rim, drew fouls, and made smart, aggressive plays when the Lakers needed a second punch. That trio didn't just put up numbers. They answered the pressure and delivered. The Timberwolves came into Game 2 looking like they were still celebrating Game 1, and the Lakers made them pay immediately. They got punched in the mouth in the first quarter, down 19 before they even settled in, and it never clicked after that. The shots just weren't falling. They shot 38% from the field and a brutal 20% from deep. Offensively, it felt frozen. Then there was the foul trouble. Naz Reid and DiVincenzo both picked up early fouls and had to sit, which totally killed their rhythm. And the bench? Non-existent. After Reid gave them 23 off the bench in Game 1, the entire second unit only managed 19 total in Game 2. Worst of all, Anthony Edwards couldn't take over. He still dropped 25, but he had 0 assists, and the Lakers' defense made sure every one of his moves was contested. Minnesota didn't just lose, they looked stuck the whole night. Heading into Game 3, the Lakers know exactly what they need to do, and it starts with the tempo. That blazing start in Game 2? That wasn't luck, that was intentional, and they've got to bring that same punch early, even more now that they're playing in Minnesota's house. And while Luka needs to stay the engine, they can't lean on him every possession. Let the offense flow through guys like Reeves, LeBron, and even Rui to keep the Wolves guessing. Speaking of Rui, the bench is going to matter even more now. Players like Hachimura and Vanderbilt have to keep bringing that spark, especially when the crowd starts heating up. But here's the key. Minnesota is going to adjust. Expect Anthony Edwards to come out aggressive, attacking downhill early, and don't be surprised if Gobert tries to assert himself inside this time. That means LA has to stay locked in defensively, physical, disciplined, and ready to answer every push. Because make no mistake, Game 3 is going to be a fight.